Hello, everybody. We are here with another episode of Tales from the Tavern, and it's a really exciting night because, one, have you seen the group of people I have with me tonight? Like, holy crap, I have some of the coolest people anywhere ever. And we have a pile of giveaways because raise your hand if you're on this stream and your birthday is in the month of August.
Oh, dang. Christian and I just lower up.
So there are 4 of us on stream tonight. The closest birthday ended, like an hour ago?
Yeah.
But it's still your birthday here, so we get to
Oh,
party.
yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's why we get to party. So I'm going to have everybody go around. I'm going to have everyone introduce themselves, tell us a little about who you are, where we can find you on the internet, and then I'm going to talk about some really cool giveaways, and then we will get this party started. So, Christian, let's start with you.
Okie doke, sounds good. My name is Christian Spinella. I'm with the From Afar podcast boys. You'll be hearing a lot of us here tonight. Honored to be on the show, as always. Luna, thank you for having us. I play Kippa on our show. You can find us at From Afar Podcast, and that's about all I got to say for now.
That's all I got to say about that.
You don't need to say anything more.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Well, Christian, it's always a pleasure to have you. I'm glad you're back again to hang out with me. Luke Pickles, we'll go to you next. Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, as Luna says, I am Luke Pickles. I am the Dungeon Master for Eat, Crit, and Survive, a D&D campaign that has been ongoing with me and my friends over here, if you haven't heard the accent, in Britain, where we are taking on a whole bunch of various entities. At the moment, we are level 17. We just leveled up, and we're dealing with the end game. I know, we got all the way to level 20 last time.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
And I will kill them before they get there again. But no, you can find me on Twitter as myself as at Luke M. Pickles. You can find me on the at Eat Crit Survive Twitter. I'm also on the at Eat Crit Survive Instagram, where me and my partner, we talk about board games and D&D stuff and all sorts of fun gubbins. We've passed 100 followers a week at some point. We've only been around for about 2 weeks, so we're doing okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much. And
yeah.
Life is going by. Thank you, everyone in the chat who's putting the birthday messages in there, because my birthday ended, as I say, ended for me about an hour ago. So I am tired.
Well,
Thanks for hanging out.
I was going to say, I super appreciate that you're staying up late to hang out with us tonight.
The temptation when they first came to me was just go,
Well, if you have to do that, we won't judge, because thanks for staying up late.
Right?
I'm fine. I was driving, so I was sober.
David.
All right. Well, first of all, happy birthday, everyone here. And I feel like someone in the chat probably has a birthday too, so happy birthday, chat. But my name is David Tilstra. Is it Nekla? Oh, yeah, that's right. Nekla has a birthday next week. Happy birthday, Nekla. And Nick. There's a lot of birthdays.
I think Nick's birthday's either the same birthday day as mine or very close.
Nick's the day before you, I think.
That's what it was.
It's super close, yeah.
Well, so in honor of all the birthdays, also just because I really like it, I got a cake.
I too have cake
that I'm going to eat in front of you guys and not share because that's the internet.
Sorry, in my contract was post-Atlantic cake. I don't know.
That's true. We did talk about that.
I will send a slice.
Yours is in the mail.
Okay, cool.
Great.
In an envelope.
Yeah.
A moistened envelope arrives.
It's self-addressed though. That's the only problem. It's just gone out and it's come straight back here.
Yeah.
Right back.
You hand it to the mail person. They're like, "Should I just hand this back to you? What do you want me to do with this?"
But my name is David Tilstra. I'm the Dungeon Master for From Afar podcast, where Christian and Andy and I tell stories with the vehicle of Dungeons and Dragons and try to make each other laugh and cry and feel things as much as we can. And that's about it. I also think I change my intro every time I do this, so I'm just testing that one out. We'll see how it goes. But that's it. You can find us at From Afar Podcast and just wherever podcasts are sold.
And it's definitely worth a listen. I think I'm up to episode 38.
Oh, dang.
Ooh, impressive.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm flying through it because I tend to binge listen to like one podcast and then I can keep up with everything after that. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
yes, you're my third. No, yes, you're my third binged podcast right now. So
Well, thank you
yeah.
so much. That means so
Yeah.
much.
It does.
and I laugh really hard at all your stuff all the time.
That's,
I probably look like
that's
a
very
lunatic in the car.
validating.
Yeah. Because we think it's funny, but we're also a bunch of nerds from high school that are just nerdy. Anyway,
What? No. Oh goodness, RaeMayhem, tell us about you.
Oh, I am RaeMayhem. I play Pidgeotto on Ripples in the Gray, which is here on Shared Experience. It's our Star Wars Flight of Fantasy Edge of the Empire TTRPG.
Yeah.
Wow.
Things.
What's that acronym look like?
This much. It's all the letters twice.
Except for Z, that one's in there 4 times.
Yeah.
It's the Welsh alphabet.
Yeah. So, I am there. I am working on another super secret project for Shared Experience, which is very exciting right now. I am also working with TT Benjamin, who is on Ripples in the Gray with me on a project that is using the system Orbital Blues, which is a TTRPG that advertises itself as a space western for sad cowboys. So it's like Firefly meets Cowboy Bebop meets like Lonesome Dove. Like it's very
Ooh.
you had me at it's like Firefly meets Cowboy Bebop. Meets
Right.
Lonesome.
Yeah.
So, and I am RaeMayhem everywhere.
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 Wow.
All right.
That's good.
And happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
My birthday was on the 12th. Thank you.
Happy
And-
birthday.
Next, we'll go to Andy.
Hello, I'm Andy Tilstra. There's a rumor going out that I'm David's younger brother. I'm actually his older brher. So
Squash those rumors once.
let me
and
just
for all.
squash it right here. I'm gonna get it out in front of them.
Dang, I had like a month where I was on streams without you, and I was almost there.
Nick says
Yeah,
he's
but
actually David's father.
this weird cycle, this weird loop.
Daddy, hold me.
I play Arius Onos, the crotchety old samurai hobgoblin on From Afar podcast, and we're having a great time. And it's listen to it. All right, just do it. No, but I'm so happy and honored to be here on Tales from the Tavern. I've done this once before, I think, and it was some of the best fun I've had. So I'm excited to be here with, especially such a great cast and these two guys who I can be myself around. So this will be a fun night. I'm excited to be here.
I am excited to have you back. I think the last time you were here, you weren't married yet.
No, it was like a year ago or something.
Yeah, it was a
while
long time ago.
Yeah.
Darn you having a life. What the heck?
No, right? Jeez.
Well, thank you, and happy early birthday to you.
Thank you.
What are you gonna be?
Nick?
16, you little baby?
Yeah, just casual 16, my sweet 16, some would say.
All right. Well, as we mentioned, we have giveaways, and boy, do we have giveaways. Big thank you to RaeMayhem, who helped coordinate a lot of these, and huge thank you to the donors of all of these giveaways. So let's see. What's going to happen is I'm going to tell you guys what we have for giveaways. All of the giveaways are going to be listed. You only have to enter once. And then at the end of the stream, we are going to draw 13 winners. We have 13 giveaway prizes. So you only need to enter once. And then after the stream, we'll draw all the winners. So for giveaway items, we have a t-shirt of your choice from the Gemmed Firefly shop, which is, if you follow his Twitter, that's Dungeon Glitch on Twitter. We have Weeby Goblins figures. We have, which if you've watched any of the Weeby Goblins games on Wednesday night with the Wednesday night crew, those are super fun. It's a Pathfinder module where everybody plays as a goblin instead of as anything other than a goblin. Dev Make Things has donated his time to do some character art. We have a supplement pack from Underground Oracle. We have a $20 gift card to Arcane Spectacles. We have a dozen cookies from Critical Hit Cookies. We have 2 wrap bracelets from Made with Intent. We have a hard copy and a digital copy of Kabooter Games' Spears and Spells supplement. We have Disaster Hamsters supplement from Plot Hooks. We have the yet to be released, but it's coming out tomorrow, Villagers supplement that I was one of the writers on. With Plot Hooks and who else was part of that? Patch and Star Shinobi was part of it. Yeah, it was a really great group. And then we have a something from everybody's favorite Punkle Nix. And we don't know what it is. It's just a something. And then
that's really cool.
Yeah. And
It's a
then
knuckle sandwich.
I just need
Give
your
up the
address.
and then David, would you like to tell us what the last giveaway item is?
I would very much like to do that. So, I will be giving away my voice for one night and one night only.
He said opera, David.
Yes,
We are recreating the Little Mermaids.
exactly. We found Ursula. She got the shell. I've already got everything set up. She can take my voice and give it to you. No, we're gonna do an outgoing or incoming voicemail message. I forget exactly which one it was, but
I think we said outgoing.
Outgoing. I will record a voicemail for you with my voice. Or I guess I just saw Nick in chat wrote or Slaw. So I guess any of the voices I do. It could be my voice, or Patrick's voice, or Scuba Steve's voice.
Doc's voice is
Doc's voice is a very
answer.
fun one.
Or Earl.
Answer.
Or Earl. So yeah, whatever you want. So I don't know how to do that, so I need to figure that out on this stream. But I'll record something, send it over to y'all, and you can put it into whatever media or phone you own.
Literally,
right.
you can record it on your phone as a voice memo and send it, and they can upload it that way.
Done. Look at
So-
that.
That easy.
Asked and
It's
answered.
never been
Asked
easier.
and
It's
answered.
never been easier.
It's
So,
easy.
we are going to start that giveaway. Remember, you do have to be here at the end of the stream, and it will be _point ticket to enter. So feel free to go ahead and do that. There you go.
Oh, wow.
So there you have it. Giveaway is live. Go for it. And let's see. While everybody is entering the giveaway, let's start off with a question. So if you've never been to the stream before, this is an important thing to know. We take all of our questions from chat. So what we would love for you is to drop your questions into chat. We have a moderator who will see them and make sure that we get them. And then we also have for 1,000 channel points, we have Ask My Question Next, which will bump your question up to the next one in the queue. So if you have a question that you absolutely want to make sure we get time to answer, then you can use that. There are 3 of those available every week, so feel free to use those if you would like. So the first question that I have for you guys is just about TTRPG playing in general, but have you ever played a game that incorporates whether it's somebody's, like a player or the DM's birthday or a holiday or something like that into one of your games?
Good question. This cake is terrible, by the way.
Oh,
Take a
no!
bite of it.
Good
No.
suffer.
Very, very bad. Yeah, that's what I get. I will.
So,
Glad.
I can answer this question, and then several people in this stream can piggyback off it if they would like to.
Mhm.
But I had a birthday party on my birthday, and Dev Makes Things. If you haven't heard him or seen him, he's incredible.
Amazing.
And you can find him over on Nikki's channel, Beholder to One Shot is what he's on. And he has a couple on there, but he's our home DM for a couple of us here. And he wrote me a micro RPG, like what's the guy's name? Grant Howitt?
Yes.
Yes. Like Honey Heist style about me, and it was what were the words he used to describe it? Post-apocalyptic unicorn heist.
Steampunk witch unicorn heist or something.
Yeah.
It was
something
wild.
like that.
Yeah, it was something wild, and it was called witchy ass punks, and WAP was totally intentional, and it was like all of these things that are like really quintessential to who I am, in this game, and it was super fun, and Luna and David played with me on my birthday.
Oh wow,
It was
It's
very fun.
Super fun.
It was
That
really
is so
fun. It's a fun system. It's completely improvised. You don't make up characters. You don't introduce yourself. Like someone else introduces you, and then they like give you your stats based off of. They're like, oh, and I know this person is the best at heisting or best at driving or best, and it's like it's a really really
this
cool
person's
system.
the
That's
sneakiest, or
Yeah,
it could
that's
be
awesome.
the least good
Yeah.
at something too. So
You're the least tactical or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, very fun. Sorry,
Wow.
Christian, I cut you off.
No, I was gonna say, one time we played on my birthday. David gave me a statuette called Lil Kippa that summons up an unseen servant. And in game, we eventually decided that it has the voice of Werner Herzog. I would like to see the child. That's probably the most exciting birthday-ish thing that we've had go on. I did a few years ago now. It was my birthday wish to DM a game for them, so I did a one-shot for my friends, and that was very fun.
Was that a
That's Fendaris.
Fendaris? Yeah, I want to say Fandolin.
Oh
but that's not you.
man, yeah, that was some
Fendaris is
good
very fun.
stuff.
It was
I
really
had
fun.
a Chicago Ronaldo.
Chicago Joe.
They keep saying Chicago Joe to get back in the.
So the one that
bad.
comes to my mind isn't a birthday, and I'm sorry if I'm stealing this from you, Andy. But for Andy's bachelor party, all of us did like a very. I mean, I don't think you can really call it D&D. It was D&D, but like we were all over the place. It was
crazy.
Avatar,
I think we
Last
rolled-
Airbender World, and like
Yeah, I
Dota
think-
World, and yeah.
We rolled every single dice, I think, on the last hit. So that was really fun. And we added it all. It took about 10 minutes, but it
Well,
was very
it-
satisfying.
It ended with like because it was like the story was like very quickly like Andy in real life was getting ready for his wedding, but then this demon came and stole all his wedding supplies.
Yeah.
So we had to go get him back, and so he had to like bring all the groomsmen in, and like the last thing was like we were losing, but all the groomsmen like gave Andy the character sheets, and like Andy had like plus 800 to strength, and like plus it was very very fun. So that's the one that comes to my mind. But it was not really a birthday. But it was a holiday. Special occasion.
I was gonna bring that up too, but I mean I guess I could answer this in a different way where it's like I've never celebrated a character's birthday in game, and I think if there ever has been celebration, it's been like Andy's birthday, so we'll like do something in the game. But the characters I've had have never done something in the game about their birthday. I don't know if I've ever had a character that long to experience a birthday.
I guess now we have, but like prior to this show, not really.
Well, because in game it's only been about what 2 weeks.
months.
True though. Like if we actually, time just keeps getting smaller.
Just thinking of the damage you guys have taken. If you just put that over 2 weeks, like damage and heal, your body should be
Christ.
falling apart.
Oh man, that's why Arius smokes so much. He's just like, please.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Need to clean my lungs out.
I guess for my one, it's also not been a birthday. It has been a stag do thing that I had. A friend of mine, we went about 4 or 5 years ago. We went to this old, creepy house in the middle of nowhere. It used to be a plague hospital. And that his brother
Plague
arranged.
hospital?
Yeah, it was an old plague hospital.
So casual.
Those didn't exist in America until last year, so please carry on.
We kept finding all sorts of weird stuff. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. There's all sorts of weird stuff just lying around, like there were just pictures that were on the walls that we had no idea what they related to because they weren't from the owners. So it was like, are these the kids that died here?
Oh no!
Oh no!
It was really creepy, but it was quite good fun. And there was 17 of us, and for some reason I said I would run a game for these people. So I gave about 3 of them had played D&D before. One of them they hadn't played for about 20 odd years, back playing first edition. So that was entertaining. So I basically gave them all character sheets and gave them set off into the adventure. I basically split the party. They did 2 different things. The main story was that the wedding rings had disappeared, so they had to go and find them. Some crows had taken them up a tree. And then the groom had to defeat the mother-in-law.
Ooh, that's really good.
Which he defeated with a disintegrate. And right to the end. And he ends up with his character of being a bard dwarf, which had been his dream character at the time. But his wife doesn't like facial hair, so he just used modify memory for her to say that she really liked the facial hair, and
that's amazing.
He rolled average for his performance check at the end of the night, but that's beside the point.
Did you say 17 people?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Yeah, holy fuck.
That's
it took like 4 hours to do 2 rounds of combat.
Oh my god!
Yeah, holy.
Wow.
And the other stag do that I did was for a friend of mine. This wasn't themed in any way. It was just that he wanted to do it, and it was fun. Well, he surprised him with it. So I created character sheets for the Avengers, and just went, here you go. Pick one.
Oh, that's really cool.
Open up your envelope and deal with it. Well, the groom did get slightly screwed because he got Black Widow, but he wasn't a fan of rogues at the time, so he didn't.
Yeah.
He was kind of like, ugh. Okay, fine. And I was like, you can change if you want. It's fine. And then partway through the adventure, Mystique took over, so he got swapped in for a doppelganger and had a different backlog. Was trying to defeat the Avengers whilst Loki stole the Infinity Stones and Thanos punched the genius out of them. It was a good day.
Cool.
Man,
that sounds amazing.
Pop culture references you got in that. It's probably incredible.
I was not streamed because we would not have got it. That would have been sued into the ground.
That's hilarious.
I think if my character was to celebrate, he'd probably go fishing.
Interesting.
Knowing Ares is an old, just kind of not super angry, but he just would probably be like, just don't bother me. No one talk to me, and I'm just gonna go fishing.
I'll be reflective for today.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't catch anything, and that would make him even more upset. So then he'd probably come back, and then Kippa would probably throw some dummy big party, and he'd be grumbling but happy about it. I don't know. I'm just kind of imagining it in my head.
Wow, that was like a filler episode you just described.
Yeah. Maybe that's when we come back. Maybe we'll have the birthday episode.
Oh my goodness. I know I've never done one that's had a birthday. I did do a game, a part of our Pathfinder stream this past winter. We did do one that was like Christmas related. But it wasn't, it was called Merry Mead was the name of the holiday, except for that we all kept calling it Meadmas instead and saying like the greeting was Merry Meadmas because that's how we rolled. So
How you do it?
So we ended up doing we got roped into doing this like community play or something like that, and none of our characters are bards. None of them were. And so it was bad. And like my character was from this super tiny town, and like so getting up on stage in front of a pile of people, she's like, "Why, yes, I think I will go over to that hut." And then like robotically turn and like walk away.
That's so awesome.
But it was a blast. That was a lot of fun.
Role playing within a role play game.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you guys think that the reason why birthdays don't pop up so much in RPGs is that there's no unified calendar system?
Yeah.
And that should be something probably added in that you can kind of keep track of things a little bit better.
Yeah.
I tried to build my own calendar into my campaign. It did not last long because you just lost track very quickly.
Yeah, it's just, when you just try to like sort of recall, you're like, huh, when We were there. That probably was about a week, maybe, yeah. And then when we went there, maybe 2 weeks there, yeah, maybe. Okay, so it's been a couple months. It's a few couple months.
Yeah.
Then you went into the Feywild, and it's somehow 17 years later.
Yeah.
That did happen to me once with a newbie group that I did. We went into the Feywild, and they were there for 17 days. They came back 17 years later.
Oh no!
I love that mechanic though. It's so fun.
Oh,
That's what makes it so scary.
Yeah, time stuff. It's like Interstellar, but with dragons.
Man, yeah. I'm gonna stop eating this cake.
Oh, this horrible cake. Oh,
I know.
stop
Mine,
it. Oh.
my little. I say little. It's not. It's huge. This piece of cake that I have is. It's not bad, but the frosting is so sweet. Like so sweet. And so I take a bite and I'm like, yay, cake. And then I'm like, oh God, that's really, really sweet. Like, that's sugar sweet, not just like rich, but yeah.
Man, you're making me so hungry for cake now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Go get some. It's birthday time, dude.
Got 2 in my fridge.
Yeah.
2 cakes.
2.
All right. Just
Well,
one.
He's got his regular Sunday night cake, and then
Yeah.
his regular Sunday night backup cake.
My mother made me a cake, and then one of the guys we went to a board game cafe. My mate, that's my girlfriend, was like, "Yeah, I'm going to bring cake along to it." And she said, "Oh, great, yeah. I mean, they've got cake there. It's a cafe, but sure if you want to." And he said, "Yeah, no, it's going to be a caramel cake." She said, "Cool, yeah, as long as it's not a salted caramel cake." He's not a fan of that. But I've got a salted caramel cake in my fridge. So I'm going to his house on Wednesday, so I'm just going to take it back and just be like, "Hey guys, look, it's cake."
I brought cake.
Isn't that
not
the
the
cake
same
we
cake.
made? It's crazy. It's so similar.
Just
no,
scrape off like the
cake-
happy birthday on it.
Yeah, the cake you made didn't have this slice cut out of it.
Yeah. It wasn't half gone when you brought it.
A pre-cut cake for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
The cake
That's how you
you
know
got
it's
was
properly sampled.
Yeah.
Alright?
yeah. The cake
Quality
you got was,
control.
That's what I was gonna say, Christian.
the cake you got was fresh, so it's not the same cake.
Oh.
Love it. Dang.
So,
Cake is great.
oh gosh, Hillary, guys, stop it. Some of us don't have cake. I'm out here about to reenact the dinner scene from Hook.
Yes.
As a kid watching that
doing it.
dinner scene,
Bangarang!
it's like nothing else will compare to this.
No.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah.
I don't know the Augustus loop in Matilda. Is it Augustus? No.
Yes.
Who is it?
No,
It is
that
who I'm
was
thinking
in
of.
That's Willy Wonka.
Willy
Yeah.
Wonka.
That's Willy Wonka. Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Bruce in Matilda.
Yes, I knew exactly who you were talking about.
Yes, I conglomerated 2 things together that should not have been together. Failure of literature on my part.
That's the kid that he just like makes him eat cake, right?
Yeah, she
Yes.
just makes him eat cakes.
That was an interesting scene. I was like, this is kind of funny, but I'm also like, ooh.
Yeah, like
you
really
get
traumatized
over
by
it
it.
really quickly, yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, we got
Fun Matilda fact that I have to tell every time anyone mentions Matilda. Has anyone here seen Called the Midwife?
yes.
Bits
Sister Evangelina is the Trunchbull.
Oh my God.
So did you say the trench bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Trunch bowl.
Trunch
The
bowl.
trunch.
Trunchbull.
What's a trunch bowl?
That's the
Scary big
headmistress.
lady.
Headmistress.
Oh! I see.
Matilda.
Yeah.
And on Call the Midwife, this short little sassy nun named Sister Evangelina, it's the same actress. And it's just like totally unbelievable.
Mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling.
Yes.
Mind soddling.
All right. Well, we've got a couple questions that we can dive into.
Yeah, that happens.
So we got one from Drumhausen. Hi, Cam.
Hey.
What classic setting or Magic the Gathering plane would you like to see become a setting next?
Planeswalker.
Oh.
I'd love to see a full, fleshed-out Planeswalker campaign setting, because I think in 5th edition, there's not enough details about the various planes. Like, this campaign that I've been running for Ecrit has been very spread across the multiple planes of existence, and I've had to go back to, like, the 4th edition guide to just get some of the information for
I feel
it.
like
So
for how much people are into just like plane hopping stories,
Yeah.
like D&D is kind of sparse in
Yeah.
the info it gives in their
Mhm.
books and stuff.
It really is.
Yeah, so I guess I'm trying to understand the question. So, what classic setting of Magic the Gathering plane? I don't know if I'm familiar enough with those planes.
Yeah, me either.
No, I'm
I'm
not.
not.
So,
I do love though that they're starting to like kind of cross pollinate. Like they're starting to do like a Forgotten Realms series of cards for Magic that you can get.
Isn't
pretty
Ravnica also a Magic the Gathering?
yeah,
Or-
Strixhaven's
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there is just because Luke, I was doing some research in the planes too, and some of the older editions. Because like it's very sparse in
Yeah,
like
it's like
5e right
one
now.
column.
But there's one, and even this was kind of sparse, and like I think it was in 3.5e, the guide to the planes or something. There was a mention of the temporal plane, and all that I could find on that was the only way you can travel the, or how did they phrase it? It was like it's basically like
when you travel physically,
when you traveled physically, you were traveling through time. So it's like this. I thought this thing is like a cool idea of like to like if you just like walk backwards or like turn around and go the other way, you're going back in time or like forward in time. Like it, I think like some sort of. I'm also just into time stuff. I think it'd be cool if there was like some sort of time plane, temporal plane, or something like that. I think that could be really really cool. It'd be really easy to get a campaign off the rails so fast if you do that. But I think it'd be really cool.
primer in D&D.
Yeah.
I feel like too that's also
Yeah.
kind of like a comment on how so 5th edition is really the only edition I've played in. I think I played one game in 3.5. And if I'm correct, so literally everyone correct me on this because I'm not like 5
You
is
heard
very
internet,
vague.
everyone corrected.
Yeah, you heard me.
You heard
You
it.
have my
Heard it here
permission.
He's wide open.
Twitter handle
Trap.
is.
Let me change the name.
Yeah, 5 is super vague, right? And everything it describes. But the planes are like, oh yeah, it's kind of like this. Like you can do whatever you want, which like I can both see a benefit and also a negative to it. Because like it's like sure you can make whatever you want, but then I think when you have a structure like something like a launching pad to jump off from, it might help a little bit. Is that true about 5e? It's like it kind of vaguely describes.
I guess so. Like you get some mentions in 5e does bring up some of the big city, like one big city, like the city of Brass. That's something that's been sort of brought up in pretty much every edition, but it doesn't really go into what the city of Brass looks like and the class structure and all that sort of stuff. That you go back to 4th, there's a whole big thing about that.
Yeah.
And then I don't think I've found anything about any big cities on any of the other elemental planes. It's just the elemental plane of fire. You get a bit more detail in the layers of the hells.
Because
they did that in I want to say not Mordenkainen's.
Mordenkainen's there was some of it there, but Avernus was a big one.
There's a bit in Mordenkainen's. There's a bit into the was it Volos or one of the other supplementary books that was about monsters. And it was they brought in a little bit more about the planes, but only like a paragraph or so.
Yeah, it was so minimal. When we were doing some of the plane stuff for our show, I like literally just decided to take different aspects from some of my favorite book series and like comics and just everywhere else and just kind of like mash my favorite parts of that together and sort of created like our own version of the Feywild. Just because like why not? Like they are kind of open-ended in that way, so you can kind of have the fun to springboard off of that. It would be nice if there was maybe a little bit more to work with in the stew, but but yeah, I do feel like 5e definitely allows a lot more for just like, all right, so here's this basic idea, roll with it.
Yeah.
Which some people love, some people hate.
Yeah.
We might find that there's more being done for it because I think we've got the Feywild book Fitzbin something or other. The Feywild.
Something's coming. Yeah,
that's coming either next month or in the next 3. They've got 3 books coming in the next 3 months. So.
Ooh, yeah, they've been pumping out the literature.
There's some really cool stuff coming out.
So hey, Maybe they will finally get some like hard set sort of things like down with a lot of these planes.
I think there's Fae, Dragon, and Strixhaven, the three in the particular order that are coming out. So, there's those to explore and look about.
Yeah,
yeah.
Pre-order those real quick.
But I mean, my answer is I would love to see a lot more. I don't know exactly what, but sure. I'm the type where if you can just give me more information, that helps me just create more wild stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think I can only throw so far outside of bounds until you got to make the boundaries bigger for me to throw even further. That's maybe
Pretty good way to put it, G.
Interesting.
I think something I'd love to see is if instead, as well as the the traditional terrain types that you find, you have those random encounters of different terrain types. Do that for the planes. Like, tell us what creatures would live on the elemental plane of water. Like, obviously, fish, but there's going to be something other than just some fish and a shark.
fish.
That's actually a common misconception. There are no fish on the elemental plane of water. Very strange.
No, there's a lot of fish, but there's
I
humans
didn't have a
in the
list
water.
that told me that. There's no fish over there.
I thought they were just all octopi on that.
It's just wizards on the coast.
Just wizards.
That's why there's no fish.
That was
They overfished
bad.
it.
That was really bad. That was.
Listen,
no.
this is so funny because I just recorded a podcast session before this, and there was a joke in it about there being like in this universe there being like a Tinder for like people that were into weird stuff.
Hell
And that-
yeah.
And that one of the characters was on a world full of tentacle people and like had like all kinds of matches on this app, and it's just the two mentioned back to back.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Are they all Cthulhu?
Yes.
I see you into tentacle.
This is the Eldritch Horror dating app. Oh man! I mean,
Yeah.
everyone deserves love, even Eldritch Horror beasts.
Lovecraftian.
Yeah, Lovecraft.
Sorry, I saw Lovecraft. I guess I was wildly off base. Thought this was
love
more
that.
of like a dating app, maybe like how to craft my own loving like profile. But woo.
You mean this? You mean this isn't a blog for people who love Minecraft?
No. And then you would also have the people who think it's for people that loved The Craft, the movie.
The movie.
Craft.
And then you have someone with like teapot holders. Like I just like crafting.
I just like
Right?
crafting.
Someone macking on some mac and cheese.
that scene I made it a K.
Vertrox Nightblood in chat just says instead of plenty of fish, it's plenty of tentacle monsters.
Yeah.
Remind me to stay so far away from this plane.
Welcome to the elemental plane of love. I mean, water.
Lovecraft, get him!
By that point, it's the elemental plane of hentai, and that's really problematic.
Oh, get that out! Wrap it up. Get it out of here.
Andy says this is a family show. Come on, guys. Are you from Florida? I don't think you get to be this high and mighty.
I just love like the
Orlando,
idea.
which is very different than Florida. If I,
That is true. That is very true. I just really love the idea of like looking at a map of like the planes, and it's like, okay, cool, elemental plane, water, fire, earth. Oh, there's some upper planes. What is this? What is this one down here? It says hentai. How did that one get in here? Everything else makes sense, but this one.
you're holding like a match, and like it gets too close to the paper, and some of the ink starts like showing up. It's like, oh my goodness,
Oh,
it's
no.
Tom
Oh,
Marvolo.
Get it out of here.
But the abyss and the elemental plane of water just overlap.
There it is.
It's that Venn diagram.
I do. Whenever I do think about like the planes, I'm like, why did they stop at these ones? Right? Like why didn't they just keep going and just make like as many as they wanted to? Like
Plane of cheese.
a plane of cheese. See, that is where I would want to go.
Oh,
that's where I want to hold.
Now we're talking.
Well, I think that you hit the nail on the head right there. Is all the adventures would take place on this stupid cheese world, because all the adventurers would be like, "Wait a minute, there's hell or a cheese world? We're going to cheese world."
I'm going to
Cheese
Cheese
World.
World. I don't want to go to hell.
Unless the cheese plane becomes the material plane, and then you've got the Feywild and the Shadowfell being the mirror planes of Cheese World. So you go to the
Fey, it just keeps going
the Fey
deeper
Cheese
and deeper.
Wilds.
The Fey Cheese Wild.
Well, then, like, what if it was a cheese you didn't like? What if it was just like a blue cheese plane?
Ooh,
That would be the
yeah.
Shadowfell.
Which
for
That
me.
would be
David, David would kill him. Would
Everything
probably
would be
not
blue
wanna be
cheese
on
in the
that
Shadowfell.
You just want to eat
David's
rotten
face.
cheese. I hate blue cheese. It's the worst. It's like someone was like, "Dang it, I left my cheese out too long and it has rotted." Usually, people would be like, "I'm going to throw this."
Delicious.
Jason
That looks so
Jason C
good.
says on the cheese plane, the BBEG is the grater.
Big bad evil grater. Man, it's
No.
this is making me think now of like, is cheddar like the human, and then like would like Parmesan be the elf? Like, what would be like the different types of cheeses?
Gouda
in
would
this?
be dwarf, maybe.
Yeah, so it's sturdy.
Then brie would be halflings, absolutely.
And all the
Elves
smoked.
would be like burrata.
Yeah.
Orcs, no, I was gonna
Your
say orcs
smoked
would be goat
cheeses.
cheese.
Yes.
What's that really stinky French cheese?
No,
Blue
orcs
cheese.
would be that
Take a
yak
list.
cheese that
Take a
you
list.
give to your dogs that like you can hammer nails into walls with it.
Oh,
Like
American
it-
craft cheese?
No, that's human because that's
Limburger.
plain
Somebody
and
was
boring.
thinking of Limburger. Chat,
Luke,
just
were
saying.
you saying something about smoked cheese? I feel like I
Yes,
cut you off
smoked
there.
cheeses are like tieflings or dragons is going to be the smoked
Oh, of
cheese.
course.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
So I have kind of an embarrassing American story about cheese.
Yeah.
I
love this story.
I went. I used to live in France. I lived in France for a year, and learning French, it was great. They have these really great little like weekend markets that like all the city centers just get these like wagons and cool little things. They had like a cheese wagon, like a literal cheese wagon. I'm like, oop, my camera just went crazy. And all us American kids were like walking around. We're like, whoa, look at these French cheeses. And we were like, the guy was like being very kind. He was like letting us sample, and he's like, oh, which ones do you guys want to buy? And we saw one that was like yellow. We're like, whoa, what's that one? And he's like, oh, and he like, gave it to us. We're all like, this is amazing. This is delicious. We will take 8 pounds of this. And he's like, okay. And like he wrapped it up and gave it to us, and like as we were like took it away and opened it up later, it was literally just Kraft cheese. It was like it had like a piece of the wrapper on it, said Kraft. We were like, we are the worst. We are the worst
Like
people.
$3 for the whole thing. But
Literally
he, like,
caught
quickly
the
adds a zero.
Americans.
Most
And
American.
he just went, darling, you do not know. I have so found the craft cheese. It is done for my lips.
Absolutely.
No longer extend
Patrick-
on our existence.
Patrick says
God.
French guy saw you coming.
Honestly.
Yeah, they hide all this shit. Like, hey, this cheese right there.
Wow, you would never understand. It's so mild. It's so creamy.
Do not worry. It is yellow. It's a yellow cheese.
Well,
How would you
Luke,
the flavor? Well, it's yellow. Oh, I'm interested.
I
Tell
know
me more.
it tastes like home. Okay. No, Luke, I've been telling that story for years, and that new ending, makes me feel happy that I helped this man get that old stinky cheese off his car.
Yeah, and then he's like,
For 20 years.
he's like, what's cheese without a baguette? And he takes out like a Wonder Bread loaf and like puts it in front of you. He's like, this would go
This
really
is
well with it.
Oh, is this a French
my
baguette?
God.
Oh, oui, oui. Oh, oh man. So yeah, that was cheese plain would not go well with me. It would just be cheddar, apparently.
I
Kraft.
forgot that's
Velveeta
how we
cheese.
got here, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Cheese
I was
is like
like,
the craziest thing.
Only on this show can we devolve from something TTRPG related to cheese stories. Like,
Cheese
Cheese.
world.
I'm okay with it.
hentai.
I will just
It went by
add
hentai, that's the problem.
Wait, there was a detour by hentai before we got
Yeah.
There was.
Stop.
And
Quick hint.
I will just put this out there because I feel like it's just solid life advice that if someone does not have a cheese drawer in their refrigerator, do not trust them.
Yeah. that's the point.
Okay.
I've got a cheese drawer.
Maybe
I
they
do
just
too.
eat their cheese fast enough that it doesn't require a drawer.
That's still a red flag.
That's the type of red flag you really look for, though.
No,
bring in the
because if we
More of a checkered
cohabitate,
flag.
I'm not cleaning their bathroom.
If they're eating cheese that fast, though, that means they're not going to share it with you.
That as well. That's also true, and a negative thing.
Yes.
I will say,
David, did I kill you? Or you?
Yeah, you did. No, it's a very good metric to trust people. Hello, welcome to my house. Hold on. Where's your refrigerator?
Show me your cheese drawer.
I've got questions.
Like, oh no! And they run ahead of you and they start swallowing all of the cheese in front of you.
Thanks for showing up, chat. We were going to talk about TTRPGs, but now we're just talking about cheese.
I think to bring the cheese chat to the end, I think the only thing is that over here we have the best thing is that we have a load of these. You guys have it as well, like these various things that watch over different industries and make sure it's all fair and whatever. Mm-hmm. In Britain, they have nailed it on the name when it comes to cheeses. It is the Great British Cheese Board.
That's amazing.
That is fantastic.
The Great British. We're looking around at the name. We're like, we're pretty good, right?
Nailed this.
Great, yeah. I'd say. Great, maybe.
Great. Oh man, that's
all
amazing.
right. So we should put it in the name, right? Yeah. Okay.
It's fun.
The Great British Cheese Board. Okay.
I love it.
Unfortunately, it's all full of French cheeses, and since Brexit, that's
problematic.
That's amazing.
Like the cheese shop skit in Monty Python. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a whole other can of worms.
Eddie, what's the thing we were talking about?
Very runny, sir.
Like,
all right.
If you one bite of a Dorito nacho cheese.
Oh yeah, one bite of a Dorito has more explosive cheesy flavor than a caveman ever got in their entire life.
Like if they ate a Dorito, they would just die instantly.
It would instantly. All downhill from there. Like,
Luna, I have a question.
Yes.
Luna, what is the next question?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I had to get that out.
Ironically, the next question has to do with food.
Does it have to do with cheese?
No. Well, I mean, I guess it could. This question comes from Nekala.
No.
Nekala would like to know, she would like everybody to describe your characters or favorite NPCs for DMs, favorite birthday cake or treat.
I got one because I saw this earlier in the chat and I've been thinking about this for like 20 minutes. It's not cheese, surprisingly. So my favourite NPC that I got running at the moment is a one-armed, well, he's now had his arm back, genie called Gundamir, who has been with the party for like over a year. They found a wing of free wishes and he just popped out. They set him free. He's now their friend. And Gundamir here's that guy who was fine to go, yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. And he has decided that his passion is to bake, so he makes strudels the entire time. He just makes some really nice lattice strudels.
Strudels.
I love him.
It's amazing.
He has the most tragic backstory of any NPC, which is just fantastic because he's just a ball of light every time he turns up, and he's just got a miserable backstory that
that's the best.
He dived in front of he and his partner. He were dating this guy, and a wizard came along and was trying to trap his partner into the ring of three wishes, and he dived in front of it and he got sucked into it, and by the time he got released from the ring next time, his partner had moved on and married someone else.
Oh, Castaway.
Yeah. When they asked him about him, the party were just like, we should not have asked.
Oh dear God.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah.
I think my character's favorite treat or cake, I imagine it would be something. What's that guy on TikTok, Dave, where he makes all the old things?
Oh, I think his name was Luke something, but yeah, a candle salad from 1955.
And misery.
Misery.
It'd probably be something from that. Yeah, yes. I love that guy. David 777. I just died. But probably like a butter cake.
A butter cake.
Oh, you'd be a butter cake.
I imagine Arius, like in his like Spartan lifestyle, like if he does eat a cake, he's like just butter, just make the whole thing butter. I'm gonna go for it.
So is it like butter rolled in brown sugar, like raw butter with sugar on top, or like an actual baked cake?
This feels like a Ron Swanson cake.
It's like a deep fried stick of butter.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be like a reverse Hot Pocket. I feel like if you ate that, it would just melt your entire face off.
Oh man. Hot Pocket. How do they contain the power of the sun?
How do they? So let's see here. Well, if it was the quick and easy answer, Patrick's favorite treat are carrots.
Ooh.
Carrot boy.
Earl's favorite treat is probably like cherries. I feel like he would have a lot of fun eating those with his trunk.
But he would.
It'd be peanuts, David.
It would be. I thought of peanuts at first.
It would be peanuts.
Elephant like peanut, David.
No, I know this. Okay, I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better, Christian. He likes Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, I'm so happy.
And he'd
There we
probably
go.
get Patrick or Slal to like enlarge it so it's huge, and he just would like fall into like a Reese's peanut butter coma.
Slal's favorite snack are mines. And we'll say
It just kept going.
Yeah. And Captain Falcon, who is super dead, his favorite treat are saltine crackers, and that's what we're gonna go with.
Most
Love that.
boring. Yeah, I like to not have a mouth. I just like to have just dust.
Just
Here.
dry
The sands of Arrakis.
brain cake.
Spice must flow.
Yeah, I did thinking about kippa dessert. I imagine lots of just baked goods, baked treats. Like
Strudels.
they're like
Strudels.
like the strudel is a fantastic example of a pastry or baked good. Well baked good, good baked well. You know.
Is this you fan thing because you can't think of any other baked good?
I can't think of any. A croissant, maybe perhaps a croissant.
Croissant.
I'm surprised you didn't say like a cheese Danish
Oh,
Yeah.
or a cheesecake.
or a
I was gonna
cheese.
say
Brie.
cheesecake. Yeah.
Baked brie
Baked.
or baked camembert.
Yeah.
Camembert is fantastic.
Camembert.
Camembert.
Ray and Luna, what do y'all got for favorite delicacies?
Well, Eda Bricks, her favorite food of all time was I don't have a current character that I'm playing right now, but Eda Bricks, her favorite food of all time was potatoes. Like
Wait, it wasn't a brick?
Eat a brick.
No. Yeah, she was the stereotypical halfling, and potatoes any way you can think of making them, that's how she'd take them. So
Boil them.
boil them, mash them,
Mash
stick them in a
them,
stew.
stick them in a stew.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate all of you. All of you. So much. JK. Oh my god.
Potatoes, precious.
Every
You've
time.
heard of potatoes?
I can't. I can't.
I think
Okay.
Evie's favorite character would have been chocolate cake.
Classic.
Nice.
The classic.
Solid choice.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I have been thinking about cheese during this whole thing. Everybody keeps talking about it.
Even before we started.
Yeah, even before we started. And there's like really nice cheese in my fridge right now. And I'm thinking about, like, I am daydreaming about getting done and going and eating cheese.
Oh,
You don't come back from the break with cheese.
She's gonna
on
come back from
breakfast
break
and
with
just-
cheese, yeah.
Just a blob of it. Just
yes.
lobbing on it.
But I play a character currently that canonically has like a sugar addiction and only gets candy from the Feywild because like
Oh, no.
it's just
Oh,
it's
no.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's so potent that they were able to pass off like a Feywild pixie stick as like this world's version of cocaine.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Give us
Fantastic.
more.
Yeah, it was great. That was fantastic. And then I have another character that canonically last night actually it was established that her familiar, who is a Great Dane sized dog with butterfly wings, she's from the Feywild, and his name is Chomp. And
Chomp.
it was canonically established that on her way to work every day, she walks 25 minutes out of her way so they can pass the bakery, and they give Chomp like this giant dog treat every single day.
That's so cute. What a
Very
wholesome
into that.
answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to ruin it now.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Ray, that's just reminded me of a thing I saw on Twitter. I don't know who to credit this, unfortunately, but I saw that someone said that the Feywild is just basically because one Fey entity just came along and said, "Could I have your attention?" Someone said yes. They went, "Great," and that was the start of ADHD. Just because they said, "Can I have your attention?" Yoink.
And then they took it.
And that's it.
Done.
It's gone forever.
We did it.
That's amazing.
Love. Love, love, love.
Well, this is probably a good time for us to pause because it's already break time.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, it's been an
very
hour
nice.
already.
And Ray needs cheese.
And we spent
Man.
45 minutes of it talking about cheese. No, I'm kidding.
Yep.
No, that's probably not wrong.
So we are going to pause here to take a break, let everybody get up, stretch their legs, get drinks, find some cheese, something like that. And and if you haven't had a chance to yet, make sure you enter the giveaway. We have fewer entries than we have prizes right now. So your odds are
go, folks.
really good.
The odds are looking good, people.
Let's
We
go,
have-
folks.
We have 13 prizes and only 12 entries.
Get those entries in.
Come on.
Let's get on that. Exclamation point ticket if you haven't had a chance to enter yet. The prizes, if you missed it at the beginning, the giveaway items are a t-shirt from Gemmed Firefly, Weeby Goblins figures, character art from Dev Makes Things, an Underground Oracle supplement pack, a $20 gift card to Arcane Spectacles, a dozen cookies from Critical Hit Cookies, 2 wrap bracelets from Made with Intent, a Spears and Spells hard copy and digital copy from Kabooter Games, the Disaster Hamsters supplement from Plot Hooks, the new Villinger supplement that's coming out tomorrow, something from our favorite Punkle Nix, and the dulcet tones of David Tilstra on your outgoing voicemail. So, if you haven't had a chance to enter, exclamation
Fingers
point ticket.
crossed for that one.
Right? And so get those entries in and keep thinking up questions for us for after the break. Drop them in chat and we will make sure we get to them. We will try to make sure we get to them after the break. We might end up talking about food again. So who knows? But we will
The
see
cheese
you.
wheels
Or
definitely came off this train.
OnlyFans. Who knows? Who knows where we're going to end up?
All right. We will see you when we get back after the break. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
back. That was like a short break. We definitely went for a short break this time. So we all wanted to come back and immediately start talking about cheese and potatoes and yeah. So here we are. So I'm going to dive right in with the question that we got from Jim the Dim before the break, which is what is your favorite NPC's favorite kind of cookies?
Ooh, man, these are some good questions.
Oh god.
I mean, does Arius know what a cookie is? I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
Would he make?
I don't know. Their favorite biscuit is.
I was gonna say it's biscuits for our boy. It's for our boy over the ocean.
We do have cookies. Like they do exist over here, but they're usually soft.
That's
Like,
Is that the difference?
You
pretty much, yeah.
like a moist, kind of soft but firm chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
It just can't be beat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I'm not just gonna say like ginger snaps because I think he would like that, but I don't think that would be the case at all because chocolate chip cookies are just amazing.
It's been so long since I've heard that voice, and it just immediately made me very happy.
Amazing. You need to do more of that, whatever that was.
I'm just gonna say that Arius would not even want anything in the cookie. It just would be like sugary dough, and he probably would like be like, "Oh, this is great," and he just
a butter cookie.
Oh, this is amazing.
But you're back at a butter cookie.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Sounds like lambus bread with sugar on top.
One small bite.
I feel like it'd be made like with nuts though and almonds or something, so it's really dry.
Really overcooked, but not burned.
The way you guys always describe Arius just makes him sound like just a terrible person. What's your favorite cookie? Sand.
I love sand.
With sugar though, so it evens it out.
So like a sablé cookie.
Oh,
sablé.
For a second, I thought you said saw blade, and I was like, "What the hell?"
What's a sablé?
Tastes like my own blood.
Carbohydrate, though.
Oh no!
It's like a sugar cookie or like a butter cookie, but super crumbly.
Man, this might be a hot take, but I actually really like those really soft cookies you can get like at Walmart.
Oh, I was about to say that with the pile of frosting.
Yeah, where it's like the real white, more like flour, and they're
where
like,
it's so sweet. You have the tart reaction.
Yeah, I like those.
That's and they're like the frosting dusty on my cake.
Yeah, literally. I think that I'm trying to think of an NPC that I haven't talked about before.
It's okay, I think you can talk about all of them.
Icarus's favorite cookie would probably be a peanut butter. But what's the cookie? What's the cookie that you guys most associate with disappointment? Because I think that would probably be
oatmeal raisin.
It would be oatmeal raisin for our boy Icarus over here. He's had a hard life.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
man.
Not just bring it down. Totally. I'm sorry.
He's out there somewhere, totally not dead, right, Dave?
No one is dead. I mean, everyone's dead. Sorry.
No one's alive.
No one's alive. Yeah, every single one of the characters in our show is dead.
Including Arius and Kippa.
Including Arius and Kippa. This is all just a necromancer's dream. It's happening.
Midsummer Mancer's dream.
Mm-hmm.
Midsummer Mancer.
I think Edabrix's favorite cookie would be like the really soft molasses cookies.
Still not a brick though.
Ooh, yeah. Still not a brick.
She likes like those like homey, warm, like winter type flavors. So
yeah.
I'm just waiting for you to just pull out like Edabrix's favorite XY is a brick.
It's a brick. I'm also.
I have a question specifically for Lena. What is Edabrix's favorite building material?
Oh. Just curious.
Just curious. Just know. Nothing.
No.
Cinder blocks. Dang it.
Excellent.
You almost got me.
We'll get you one of these days. Eat a bricks.
You win this time, Rhoda Bricks.
Oh.
Eat a bricks is a great character, though.
Yeah, she was a lot of fun. I enjoy her a lot. I like pulling her out of retirement whenever possible. She's one of my favorites because she has the richest backstory of any of my characters. People who have seen this stream regularly have heard me talk about this, but on the old channel that I used to play her on, we had a room in our Discord server, a channel in our Discord server that was just for RPing, and it was meant for the characters of the stream to be able to interact with the community. And so I RP'd heavily with her in there, and so I was able to build this exceptionally rich backstory for her through doing that. And
really cool.
It was a really, really cool, it worked so well for me as a method of character building that I actually have twice pitched it hasn't been accepted yet, but one of these days it will, have twice pitched it as a panel to PAX East I called it New Character Who Dis, text-based RP, text-based RP as character development. So
It's really cool.
yeah, it was just a great way for me to be able to figure out who she was off stream, so that way on stream I wasn't trying to be like, how would she react in this situation? Or,
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I think that's an interesting topic of the role play and how do you practice it. Because, we expect to just jump right into it. I made the character, so I can just jump right into it and, figure it out. But it's oh, man, I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
The character really gets made over the course of time of playing them. You arrive at the table at session 1 with a concept and an idea, but, the actual character themselves doesn't get brought to life until you actually spend some time in their skin.
Yeah.
Their skin.
That's why I always feel like session 0s are really important, but just stop it. The first couple sessions of RP are always, or just sessions in general, are always really important because I feel like after 1 or 2 sessions of any game, all of a sudden you're just oh yeah, okay, cool. I'm comfortable making this voice or making these decisions or acting as this person. I think that's when the games really, really come alive.
Yeah.
But I like that text-based idea. I didn't know you guys did that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was a neat way to interact with when you have a game that's streamed, or I can see it working with a podcast too. It's a neat way to connect your community to the story, because the stuff that would happen wasn't officially, in the text-based channel, didn't become official canon, but some of it actually did. Some of the characters did become official parts of the stream, whether it's for a character was, or a concept, like a food that someone invented in there was, things like that. And so it was just a really cool way to let our community be like, hey, that was my character, or that was my idea, or something like that. And so it was a lot of fun. And I do find that I miss that a lot. I'd like to, if I ever were to get back into playing a regular campaign, I would like to see that happen again at some point, because I think it's just a neat thing, But
yeah,
well, that's what it's all about. TTRPGs are just group storytelling. So when you can get more people involved and they feel like they can have a hand in the creation or the moments, I think
the authorship.
Yeah, it's just really cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. I imagine any TTRPG is just the multifaceted way to interact with life, right? It's I want to play this person who's got this perspective because that's something that I've found interesting, so I'm going to put it through this structure that's going to have cause and effect from the choices that I make. And every time I've chosen, that's why Ares is one of my favorite right now, because it's what happens when you you had your time, and then you basically retired, and then like fate's like, oh, by the way, like you have to get back into it. It's like, oh, but like I already did I did my time. Why do I have to get back out there?
Yeah.
So I think and that's so complex. You can't just show up
Mm-hmm.
and just say the name and be like, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your text-based new character who dis, I think, is a great practice.
Yeah.
I love
Seems like
that.
it'd be a lot of fun just for your own self to just hop on there at random times and chat with people. Because I feel like that is the hardest part. You can come up with like concepts of characters and know the extremes,
Right.
but like, how do you just sit around a table and do a scene where y'all are just like shooting the shit about what happened earlier today on the road?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you come in with a character so hot and with such a weird, like a gimmicky sort of like, thing to them, or like, oh, but he's this way, so he's weird. But then you're like, I don't know how to just normally talk with people. Like, how does this guy just have a conversation with his friends? Because
Right.
like at the end of the day, they have to be like, human and relatable and like live-inable enough if you're doing them like in a long-term sort of campaign setting, because
Right.
it's got to
Well,
have a
that's
little bit of
something-
you in it.
That's something that I think is really interesting, because now over at From Afar, this is the longest game that any of us have been like a part of, and it's for a while we were having, and this is a fault of mine. Like every interaction, I was like, has to be so impactful and so backstory focused and so this and so that, and it gets kind of like stressful for the players and like the DM after a while. So like just learning like what you just said, Christian, learning that ability to like, how would Kippa just talk to someone, like what's small talk for them, like what's not like this epic moment of like, my father is alive, like how do you just have like a normal conversation as these characters? And I think that's where all the honestly like the really fun moments of RP come out, where it's just like people are just like shooting the shit, making stuff up, and just like riffing with each other, and it's not like so heavily story based. Like I'm all about story, but sometimes just like, what'd you have for breakfast today? And then, oh, you like Captain Crunch cereal too? That's so cool. So do I. Let's figure that out for a second.
Yeah, you can kind of like fade in and out of the Legend of Dritz like storytelling mode, where everyone feels like they're like, Catti-Brie, Wolfgar, or Regis or whatever, Brunner. So it's like you can have those moments and then also cut back to the tavern moments where everyone's just like, talking shit with each other about the fight or something like afterwards. I feel like the pendulum and like the dichotomy of the two can exist in the same sort of space. It doesn't have to always be like, we're like, intense drama all the time. And like, okay, we're just not taking anything seriously. Like you can kind of oscillate between the two.
Yeah. What was the question?
It was about cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Alright.
We started.
Sorry,
with
Luke, I
cookies
cut you
and-
off.
No,
That's
it's
fine.
good. We got all like into backstory stuff, so cool.
I had a great scene sort of that flopped between the ridiculous and the sort of super serious. One of the players has made a deal with Odin that when she dies next, that's it. She goes to Valhalla. She becomes Odin's like right hand sword maiden, and because she knew this was happening, as soon as the fight ends with the big bad, that's it. You're back to Valhalla, gone. And so she broke up with her girlfriend, and you're doing the whole trope of, I didn't really love you, I'm just doing that sort of thing, pushing that away. So pushed her away, and she went downstairs and went into the room of the bard, just pushing the door open, going, I need to hurt someone, slamming the door behind them, fade to black. Next morning, she comes out, walk of shame-ish, and the entire party who are sat having breakfast. And then it just becomes a euphemism fest of the players just going, I've had the breakfast of champions already, and you don't want to take someone else's bacon, do you? It's just an hour and a half of these people just going at each other and just
Love
going,
it.
let's see how far this goes. I'm just going to watch this. I've set this up.
That's amazing.
Sit back as a DM and just let it happen.
Yep, it's like NPCs are doing nothing here. We're all watching.
I love that. Well, I feel like it's the way I kind of look at like scenes, like not necessarily like like that content, but like that can flip flop back and forth,
Mm.
are like the way like a lot of Disney stories are told. Like they can be like super goofy and happy and fun, and then all of a sudden hit you with just like a really dramatic, intense moment. And you're like, whoa, and then like flip back to like a joke that happened earlier, and it's just, I think that style of storytelling is really mature and really powerful because it kind of can like trick you into like having a good time. Or not, I mean, I'm not tricking into having a good time. I don't know. It's just I've been watching a lot of Disney movies recently, and I've just been very impressed with that their ability to like just really hammer in these moments of like pure emotion and then followed up by like a goofy song or a goofy silly pratfall or something. But
Yeah.
anyway, cookies though.
Yeah.
Did everybody get to answer the cookie question?
I feel like I made a comment about
Been so long.
cookies. I guess the other NPC I had before Gundamir that was my favourite in the previous campaign was a gender fluid wizard, transmutation wizard by the name of Felix Philabatus. And I feel like he would enjoy. Do you guys have Lotus biscuits? The like cinnamony Biscoff
Yeah.
biscuits? Yeah. Those coffee biscuits.
Oh yeah.
He would just enjoy those. That's his style.
Those are really
delicious.
good.
I
So
love those.
Amazing.
All right, let's see. The next question that we have, Vertrox Nightblood used an Ask My Question next, and the question.
Thanks for trucks.
Yeah, the question is, what is your favorite voice to use for an NPC or a PC?
Ooh.
I can't do voices, so
No.
I will clear that one up right now.
None whatsoever. Voices are lame. It's a crutch. never used. I'm just kidding. That's an absolute lie. Well, personally, I have to sit up. Personally, my favorite voice is actually, we've mentioned him once before. There is a Loxodon, not the quartermaster, like the gunner, the main gunner on our pirate ship. His name is Earl. He's a Loxodon. And for a while, we were getting this actor out here in LA to do his voice. His name was Derek Tangerine. But I learned how to do it eventually. And it sounds a little something kind of like, well, so my name is Earl, and I'm here to eat all your Reese's peanut butter cups. So that's one that I like to do.
Gets the mic closer for
Yeah,
that
hello.
guttural.
Really? Oh.
Microphone.
Microphone. Another favorite I think of mine that you do, David, is Doc. Just the
Doc
very
is-
but the bumbly, deep, like British.
Everything about Doc is my
My
personal
name-
favorite.
Name is Doc. I'm here working at Florida Hospital. It's time. Yeah, that's
Man, I don't trying to think. Voices are so fun. Voices have always been a part of just our general friendship and humor of just coming up with voices for no reason other than to make a character.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I always tend to fall back onto like the old ratchet, like the what is it? The gold
Prospector?
miner, the prospector.
Prospector.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Prospective voice is a favorite of mine to just fall back on if you're ever
feel like-
encountering an old person.
You could do Old Man McGucket like some serious justice.
Yeah. Old man McGucket.
There it is. Nailed it. Got it in one. Oh, Christian, you have Borg too.
That's right. That's true. This Borg.
Sorry.
What you got, Ray?
On the spot. Yeah, Ray, go for it.
I am a voice person, and I think a lot about like how my characters think before I think of how they would sound, and that impacts. I think it impacts how they come across, and like my character for Ripples in the Gray. I think her voice is super annoying, but everybody seems to love it. And it's kind of like this like the Star Wars version of like Fran Drescher meets Harley Quinn, and like that's just
Mr. J.
yeah,
So good.
yeah. And the thing that like I've had 2 significantly dramatic scenes with that voice and pulled it off, and I'm just like, all right. So, and then the voice that people have heard that I have gotten the most compliments on is when I played one game one time on the Wednesday night stream doing We Are Goblins, and everybody loves the Poog voice, which I'll do it, but before I do it, I will explain that Poog I made sound like the voice I use for my dog Theodore. So, Pig sounds like this, and Pig is like kind of sounds like Cartman, and Pig is not really smart, and like.
I love that.
Nice.
I love the speaking in third person too.
Yeah,
That's so great.
so solid.
Anything else you want to add to that, Ray?
Go right ahead.
I went to high school with Christian, and he used to make a lot of fun of me for doing accents. So I think I had this block for doing accents. So, but then they literally play, and then we were on the improv team too. We'd play the improv game, like Emotional Roller Coaster, but we wouldn't use emotions. We'd use accents. And they'd specifically throw me in the middle of that because I was terrible at accents. And
You've gotten better. You've definitely gotten
You have
better.
gotten way better.
Through toil and absolute mind over pain. Power of will, that's what I meant to say.
Mind
There you
over pain, power.
Mind over pain.
Mind
Mind over pain, power, young Padawan.
Yes, mind over pain. There's no try. So I think a voice for me, it really helps me get into the mindset, because I think when I do a voice, I also have to shift the way I think. So I think before I was approaching voices like sounds, where I think it's more so like a way, like, because I like what you said, Ray, where it's like, oh, why would they sound this way? What would they do that? So with Arius, I was like, okay, like, why would I do this? Or I think even before that with Pasta Boy, I was like, okay, he's a wizard. He's weak. So he's probably got a little bit more of an airy sound and a lot of breath. Hello, Pasta Boy Raguvius. So don't sneeze on me. I might fall over.
Oh my goodness, I have not heard that voice. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So, but my favorite though is Arius right now, because yeah, it's just Arius. Yep, that's it. Like, he doesn't, like, he's not a big thinker. He's just is like whatever. Like, he's a military guy. So. Yeah, that's my favorite right now, and I like what Ray said. We had to like think about it, because I think when I approached it like sound, it was awful.
It's like there was a thing I saw once, and it has stuck with me, that it said using a funny voice for a character is an accent. Using a voice that explains their backstory and the way they sound is using their voice. So like, I've always thought of that.
That's
That's
good.
Yeah, because you can tell a lot more. Like your character that's spoken third person, like there's different ways through like speech patterns or types of ways that you could speak that could imply or impart like something about your story. As much as or more than just doing like a country accent. And it's like, oh yeah, they're from the fields and the farms, you know. But you could like add in something else in there.
I guess for me, that I've introduced Gundamir a little bit earlier on, but the one I have currently, the character I've got going around is Patron. He's Patron Impex Hiltrist. He's got the accent went all over the place. I can't even hear myself at the moment. He sort of goes in Northern Ireland, goes up Belfast sort of area, and he goes up to everyone. He's a barbarian. He faces up to you, and he stands up, and he faces you. And if you don't want to take him away, don't take away his mall. He wants to take it to the opera. He wants to take his opera mall. And it's just become a running thing. The way he approaches things, just that fall. I'm going to enjoy you. I'm going to enjoy your conversation until I get body, and then I'm going to Fork shirt up. So I remember go back to, oh God, what is it? Remember the words from The Good Place, what are they? But yeah, he has that sort of attitude about him, and he's getting used to being in the big city, and Waterdeep. He's been in the city before, so how do I know that not to do things? I'm just going to approach it and deal with these problems with my ma.
I love that.
So good. So good.
With Mamal.
One of my favorite things that I've ever done is I was running a game where I would do NPC accents of like what my players sounded like as real people. So like there was one kid that played with us that was from the south side of Chicago, and he sounded like this.
Chicago.
And I made a little halfling dad that sounded like this, and he was so mad at me. He was so mad. He was so upset. He was so upset that it was so funny, and everybody liked him so much they kind of like adopted him, and he was just so frustrated because then the voice kept coming out, and like at one point a dart was purchased that would like make that character permanently mute, and I was like, it's hurtful.
Yeah, like what? Like it's like, all right, I guess I'll stop doing it if you guys don't like
we'll
it
make
that
him do it
much.
somewhere else. That's
No,
fine.
that's when the character goes off and develops telepathy, and then it's just constantly in
In
their
their
mind.
Sounds like a DM versus the player scenario.
You win this round. Is it intellect devour? I'm going to buy an intellect devourer now. Goodbye.
Oh, no.
Y'all are very good at voices. That was cool. It was cool to hear you guys do all that. I like it. What do we got next, Luna?
All right. We have a question from Patrick, actually. Do you all run by the house rule? If you ever hit your DM with a D20, your character get inspiration.
Yes, but only since we started playing remotely.
Yes, exactly. That way there's more of a challenge to it. If I could launch this D20 across the entire United States of America to Los Angeles, taking into account the trajectory, the curvature of the Earth, wind speed, fall, weather patterns it might disrupt on the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's much more of an impressive way to get inspiration.
It's actually why I moved to LA.
Are you suggesting D20s migrate?
Yes.
Only if they're players
African or European?
Yeah. It's always too cold in the winter for our D20s. They always go south.
Oh my gosh.
The last march of the D20s.
The ants are going to war. The vast of our plains of deepest Africa. The D20s are completing their natural migration to raise their D4s.
Oh, I love that idea that D4s are just baby D20s and everything
They
is
don't
just
mature for 5 years.
they don't mature for 5 years.
That's amazing.
You heard it here
my
first, folks. D4s
love
are
that.
just baby D20s.
I just
love
thought of that though. If you had enough D4s, couldn't you technically just tape it together to make a D20? Like if you had enough.
They don't just
It'd be a big one, but yeah.
You'd only have
they're
1
pretty
through
big.
4.
It'd all be fours. This is my D4. It only rolls fours. There's 400 of them.
And I will roll to hit. Oh, it's 4. All right.
Oh, it's 4. This is wild. Wild
But
to
that
me.
4 means
Oh, it's
20, actually. So
Go ahead and roll that 4 on the 4 table for me. Okay. I got a 4. Oh, a 4. Okay.
4. All right, cool.
All right, 4. What was your next one? 4 again. All right. What's the 4th one?
I think
So
your
what's up?
proficiency add 4.
I also
Bad.
that question. I love that question for 2 reasons. Because that is like the most Patrick question. I love it. I also wish he stopped it at the "Do you run by the house?" He said, "Do you run by the house rule?" It's like sometimes Patrick. Sometimes I run by the house.
house.
Yeah.
I'm in the area.
That is a. I'm sorry, Ray. Go for it.
I was gonna say Vertrox Nightblood just said, "How do dice reproduce then?" And I don't know, but it is a direct correlation between when I get paid and when I am not supervised.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you have to roll 2 d20s, and if they get a 6 and a 9,
That's usually
That's
how
how
humans are
reproduce.
made as well.
But you
Wait
don't
a
make
minute.
babies that way.
I was
No,
gonna
it's
say
just-
that's
it's the
from
only
Tales
s-
from the Tavern After Dark.
Ooh.
Look out, world! A giveaway involves a very good D20.
It's been places.
It's
migrated.
All right. So that was a nice short question, but here we go.
Actually, no. Just because it's inspiration and it's based around that. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah,
but
no, it's fine.
Do you guys use DM inspiration? Those of you that DM, do you use DM inspiration? Because I don't. Typically because I have bards in the party, and I think it's dumb that there's two mechanics with the same name that do different things.
Mm. Are you talking about inspiration like that the DM uses?
The DM, yeah, because like the DM inspiration is you give a D20 and it's a reroll.
Yeah.
We
Oh.
do it, but I feel like very badly, where we just forget about it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Forget that we
it's
have
like
it.
bards. Why are they both called inspiration? That's
That is a good point, actually. I never thought
That
about
is a
that.
good point.
yeah.
it just gets confusing.
We were doing this thing for a while, and it didn't really work that well because I am terrible at remembering anything. Where
David,
there was-
David, no.
yeah, where we
So surprising. Oh
We-
no.
we had just one inspiration that either if I as the DM used it, I gave it to the characters, and they had a DM, or then they had an inspiration to use against me, and it just kind of went back and forth like that, and it didn't really work that well. It wasn't a great mechanic that we tried it and it just didn't really work. But
Well, you're also, David. Don't sell yourself short. You're also keeping track of about 100 characters.
Yeah.
That all have unique voices and unique inside jokes that we all
Mhm.
will constantly bring up whenever they show up. So,
so that's the trick, Andy. I'm not. I don't
David, then
remember
what are you keeping
anything.
track of then, David?
Nothing. I'm playing
David,
Game Boy
no.
behind the DM
Nothing.
screen. I'm literally playing
No.
Pokemon Yellow. Like,
You're just petting your Pikachu constantly.
I'm so happy. So happy. But yeah. I feel like we cut you off, Luna. With
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was just gonna dive in with the next question, which is from
Yeah, let's do it.
from Lissa. If your character could have any animal or monster as a pet or animal companion, what would it be?
Beholder.
My answer
Didn't
is
say
just
any.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think in all seriousness, in a game I'm actually running with Lissa. She just got a fairy dragon, and those things
Oh.
are super cool.
Yeah, they are.
And I would probably take a fairy dragon. Those things are badass as hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to say dragon because any type of dragon really you can ride and fly on.
Yeah.
And they're
Ancient
sentient,
dragons.
you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that you can
They
talk
have-
with them.
They usually have British accents.
This thing.
Yeah, they do usually have British accents, in my experience.
Thank you,
Can I
Ben.
choose another
Poor-
human?
Poorly done by American.
A best friend?
which,
Yes.
which pet do you want? A friend. A friend.
I would have a nice old man who would just constantly compliment me and be like, "Andy, you're doing great today."
Good shot, sir.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
It would be me from like tomorrow. So you could always just be like, "Yep, you're making the right choice." Correct.
Yeah, but the problem is though, is if you ever wake up and they're just lying there with that just a severed head, you go, "Wow, I really screwed up,"
Oh, I messed something up.
or "I will really screw up."
Wait a minute.
I'm just not gonna get out of bed today.
Yeah.
Oh,
So wait,
Why is it still a severed head?
So if your animal companion or whatever is just you from tomorrow, and you wake up next to a severed head, so you decide I'm just not going to get out of bed today, and then you go through the whole day, nothing happens that would have triggered the severed head to be next to you. Does it come back to life?
well, then we're
Ooh.
dealing with like paradoxes. Can
Yeah.
you change the future?
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
I
lot of
don't
this.
know.
Or is it a severed head?
I'm not. Time is a spear.
Time is a flat circle.
Time is
It's
a cookie.
donut.
Oh, it's a
believe-
donut.
Time is a
I
wheel.
believe David Tennant once said it is wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yes.
I kind of go by the theory with time that anything that if time travel has been invented, anything that goes back and affects things has already been felt by today. Like, so if someone went back and killed Hitler, for example,
We wouldn't notice it.
We wouldn't
No,
know.
no. This is where people say like the Mandela effect is like a thing.
Amanda effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Amanda show effect. God. Have we
The
talked
Amanda
about
effect.
The Amanda effect. But like that's what's going on, is that something was corrected, but you remember something from the Divergent timeline.
Yeah, Bernstein,
Oh.
Bairdstein.
Who watched Loki?
Tomato.
Yeah.
Did you hear the one about Curious George having a tail or not having a tail?
Yes.
Wait, he should have a tail, right?
I mean, look at it.
Does he
I don't-
not?
He's never had.
He's
a
never
tail.
had a tail.
Oh my god, he's a chimpanzee.
But everyone thinks he does have a tail.
But
Because
he's
he's a monkey. That's what he's described.
Curious
No,
George.
no,
he's the
he would be
curious
an-
monkey.
He's an
Mhm.
ape. He has to be an ape then, because apes don't have tails. Monkeys have tails.
I'm not a monkey. I'm a scientist.
All right, Winston.
Curious.
Oh boy.
All right.
That was a fun question.
That was a fun question. I love
Oh.
questions like that.
Ray,
Real
what was
quick.
your answer? I must have missed it.
She put it in the chat.
She put
I
it in
did
the
put
chat.
mine.
I think you should mention it.
So I like to fall down Reddit rabbit holes, and I found this unearthed arcana that there were all these just different things that people have made, and one was this little thing called a fungus furred flounder ferret, and it is adorable. It is so cute.
It's super adorable.
Mhm.
For a terrible
Fungus.
moment, you were going to say, because you fell down Reddit rabbit holes, it was a Reddit rabbit. It's just constantly correcting things and having arguments with
Constantly.
itself.
It can speak, but every sentence has to begin with actually.
Actually,
Yeah.
Actually.
it's hilarious.
What does that look like? A ferret found?
Look in the chat.
It's, Andy,
in
you
the
are one
chat.
Shove it in our
of
chat.
6 people that can see it.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. In the
Wait.
chat.
Just in the Tales from the Tavern Discord chat.
Oh, the Discord. Okay, I was looking at the.
Where-
He's looking
Oh, look at
at
the Twitch
We
chat.
are right now, Andrew.
Yeah.
Where we are right now.
Oh, this is so
And-
nice. Look at this.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's
Right? It's
super
very
adorable.
cute. I feel like it would be gross to pet, though. Let's be real. Like fungus
It
fur.
would be real squelchy.
You just have to
for
like
sure.
scratch it on the nose.
You can
Yeah.
boop the snoot.
You can
that's
boop
about
the
it.
snoot.
But only the snoot.
Only the
Only
Oh.
the snoot.
Snooty.
Snootius Maximus.
Yes. Boopy the snooty.
All right. We are going to wrap up with this question, and then we're going to have to draw giveaway winners.
Because there's
'Cause
so
it's gonna
many
Take a minute.
Because that's
It'll
going to take
take
a hot minute.
hours.
So this is the last question that we're going to have time to answer. If we didn't get to your question, I will post it on Twitter probably tomorrow, and I will tag all of the guests here so everybody can see it, because there was a couple that came in that were great, and we just don't have time. So
Sorry, chat.
Jim, I'm going
Promise
to
not
skip
to respond with cheese.
So, Jim, I'm going to skip your second question because we had one from you before, but this one came in from Scry Society. And, Jim, I'll post yours on Twitter. Scry Society would like to know if your current or favorite character had all the gold they needed and could give up adventuring, what hobby would they do in their newfound spare time?
Reality TV show following adventurers.
I like that one.
That's a
Because
good one.
they do such dumb stuff, you could make so much money off that.
Right?
I mean, that sounds like a good reality TV show we should just have in real life.
Yeah.
Actually. Like,
I'd watch the hell out of that.
kind of Bear Grylls-esque.
I'm trying to think.
Let's see, yeah.
Edabrix
Maybe
would
like a
become
lot of-
pirate, actually. Like, that would
Who?
be her hobby. Edabrix would have become a
Piracy.
pirate.
Being
Oh.
a pirate would be her hobby.
Yeah, becoming a pirate would be her hobby.
I
Love
think
it.
Kippa would start to get really into golf.
Yeah, right. People would golf for 5 minutes and he would throw the clubs at people.
I think Felix would definitely go heavy into drag.
Ooh.
I love
Yes.
that.
And the entire time just like, but the problem is transmutation wizard and also gender fluid and transgender, so would occasionally just go this. They just throw him out for just not being in drag and just turning themselves into a woman.
I mean, you did say
Drag.
heavily into drag, so like that is
Yeah,
like, you can't go.
That's
That's ultimate.
Yeah.
I think it's like a generic answer, but I think Aries would get really into leatherworking and make a bunch of wallets and give those
generic answer.
How is that generic?
He says after the super specific
Yeah.
explanation that came down to the detail of what he would specialize in.
Give all of his friends really nice wallets.
Generic would
Andy,
be like
I see now that you are the sweet but dumb one. So that is
Here is your wallet with one single gold coin in it.
Aw.
Thank you for your patronage.
It's like a koozie for your coin.
Like one of those little
All
old
the
lady coin
coin
pouch
hoarder.
purses.
Aries would make coin purses. It's just so cute. And they'd all have like an annoying like cigar scent to them
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
because you'd be smoking a lot while you're making those.
Strong.
Oh no! You would just enchant them so they would just vape. Every time you
yeah.
wanted it. It's a cloud of vape.
Sorry, what was the change again? I just need to.
Cotton.
Ah, cinnamon! Ah!
Cinnamon. Oh no.
Robbie wants to know what
Analog.
Captain Falcon would do.
Captain Falcon would probably get really, really into making gravestones because he's super dead. No, honestly, Captain Falcon, man, there's so many answers I could go here.
Isn't it? What about bottled ships? Wasn't there a bit about him having a lot of bottled ships?
The thing is, that wasn't a bit. You guys just never
Oh.
went into that. He has
Oh,
a
there is
ton of
actually a lot
bottled
of
ships.
bottled ships.
There's a lot of bottled ships. Yeah, it's you guys never just researched that. Maybe look into that later.
hint, hint.
Hint,
hint.
Yeah, yeah. I was just.
Like a
oh,
DM
man, okay.
pointing sign, just
Yeah. Falcon,
look, railroads.
I think he would probably want to open up like a tavern because he's a very social person and he's very helpful. But it would be very, very, very far away from any sort of body of water. It'd be like up in the mountains. Like, how did a pirate get up here in the mountains? And like,
He used to be a land pirate.
we did that is canon. Yeah, he'd probably open up a tavern, Robbie, and call it something like Falcon's Flagons or something like that.
Nice.
Okay.
Falcon's Nest.
Falcon's Nest. That's
Oh,
if the
that's-
mountain's even better. Yeah.
Ligma.
Nope. We're moving on to the next question.
There are no more questions.
There are no more. We've got to draw giveaway winners. So,
That's right.
last call. If you didn't get to enter the giveaway, make sure you put that in right now! ! Ticket. And, yeah. We'll give it like
Yeah.
another
Kraken's
minute.
Bruise is also very good, Nick. I'm looking at chat.
Oh,
Kraken's
good call.
Bruise is quite good. But thanks for having us on, Luna. Sorry for just the
Yeah, thank
absolute
you.
No, I love it.
tangential
It's great. I love it.
conversation.
I love it when it goes that way
Tangential.
because it just makes it that much more fun. So,
I love that I was not the catalyst for the chaos tonight.
Mhm.
That I just got to sit and
The
observe.
RaeMayhem. He
The
brought the RaeMayhem.
She brought the RaeMayhem.
My personal in like real life alignment is chaotic charming. So
Chaotic charming.
Well done, well done.
I like that. Chaotically charming.
All right, I am gonna close the giveaway. Dun dun dun.
Close it.
Bum, bum, bum.
And we are gonna draw a bunch of winners. All right, everybody ready?
Ready.
So the
Buckle your
first,
butts.
Rapid fire.
you have to speak up in chat. So hopefully you're still here. The first thing that we have to give away, a gemmed Firefly T-shirt. That winner is Cronsberry.
Cronsberry.
Cronsberry. Congratulations.
Cronsberry.
Congratulations, Cronsberry.
That sounds like an English butler. Yeah, it's me, Cronsberry.
Congratulations, Cronsberry.
Ah, well, I never expected to win.
I like how Luke's just like, no, you guys are so off.
Cronsberry. Yeah.
we think we're so smart, and he's
You-
just like,
He's like, no.
kill
no.
me, kill me.
You threw our tea in the sea. We have never forgotten.
You- that
But I was
uh,
gonna say Cronsberry is Canadian, so
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I will say, you'll be back. Soon
Ooh.
you'll see.
Yes.
All right.
The
Well,
The Hamilton reference.
I don't see. It's true. It wasn't the sea. It was the harbor.
What is in the water? That is the sea.
Was that the Reddit rabbit? Was that the Reddit rabbit who just reared its head?
It's come back.
All right. Well, I don't see Cronsberry responding. Sorry.
Cronsberry?
Get your crons back in here.
Cronsberry, I'm ringing the bell.
All right.
Cronsberry.
Well,
Sorry,
I'll draw
master.
another winner. Tollback.
Hey!
Hey.
Patrick is also Canadian.
He is
Yeah,
There he
there
is.
he is. All right.
Yes.
I gotta like make a list here. And
Yes,
I'm still here.
I'm still here, gosh.
I
All
did
right.
that.
T-shirt.
I will never
Shut up, Andy.
Shut up, Andy.
Ready?
So, Patrick, you have won a T-shirt from the Gemmed Firefly website. So
A t-shirt from this drawer.
you have won the
Of
very
one
T-shirt
t-shirt.
that David is wearing right now.
Right now.
I'll give it to you.
Still
And
gonna
if you
let
Will
the
ask-
David
not be
stink.
washed.
And if you ask nicely, he won't wash it.
I will.
Oh no!
All
I
right.
mean, with only. Never mind. We're done. Not even going there.
So
Not
the,
even.
the next winner is for the Weeby Goblins figures.
Nice.
That one
nice, nice.
is Lissa.
Hey!
Listen.
Ooh.
Pew, pew, pew. Pashow, pashow.
Hashow. And I was like, whooppow.
I can just text her real quick.
Just be like, I've definitely
Get back
done
in
that
chat,
to
get back
people
in
before.
chat.
Like, get in chat right now. There's Lissa.
Oh, there
There it is.
Still there.
Listen. That's what I wanted.
Wow, how did you know
Yay!
her voice was perfect?
Yeah, I mean, that's perfect.
All right, so the next one is going to be character art by Dev Makes Things.
It's a good one.
Hillary!
Ooh.
Hey! Congratulations, Hillary.
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 I mean, I just saw Nick in chat.
I
don't
know.
if
Hillary,
yeah.
get Nick, get Hillary quick.
Come on.
Do it.
Unless you're doing something with Hazel, then keep doing
Right.
that. Because
In which
Hazel
case,
is a
then
precious-
yeah, Hazel
precious
is a
bean.
cute little bean, and yeah.
So it was.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still
there's
there.
Hillary.
Hey.
Nice.
Hey.
Congratulations, Hillary.
Yay!
The stipulation is you must put it on the internet. We must see it. Once it's
Yes.
needed.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the next prize is an Underground Oracle supplement pack. And that winner is Nicola.
Nicola. Hey.
Hey.
Oh,
Bwomp, 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 bwomp.
Congratulations, Nicola. Congratulations.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah, happy early birthday to you. All right. The next prize is a $20 gift card to Arcane Spectacles.
Got a lot of
it.
good stuff.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one. I
And
mean, they're all
that
great.
is Lord Richter.
Woo!
Woo!
Lord Richter.
Lord Richter.
Oh, Richter.
Lord Richter, we summon you, Lord Richter.
These
No.
names are very like manor-esque.
Hello. Lord Richter is definitely Cronsberry's like lord. That...
Hello.
Hello. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Well, I'm
No,
done here
no,
today.
thank you.
Yeah, Luke's like, guys, stop it.
Thank you.
Y'all want to talk about accents?
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll
I
see
love
where we
that.
go here. Gonna go to Walmart.
Okay,
Go.
I don't know if you know this or not, but you are nailing the accent of the region that I live in, which is West Virginia, which is the trashiest part of the United States. So that was just like perfection.
Yeah.
And talking about Walmart, it's where people go to beat their kids. It's great.
Whoa.
All right.
I have a question for you, Luke, after we're done drawing. But
Okay.
keep going. Though.
So the next prize is a dozen cookies from Critical Hit Cookies.
Dang, this one sounds real good.
So
Oh,
good.
yeah, I want
Nick!
this one. Ah,
Hey! Happy
Hey.
early birthday, Nick.
Also, so Patrick already made the big bad evil grater on Twitter. So you,
Oh my
Yeah.
god, did he do it?
Did he really?
Blade of cheese.
I did.
Somebody tag me in it.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
I gotta see
it's
this.
here. It's here. It's right here. Also, I gotta gas up Tolmec a little bit. There was one time I was on a stream with Waffles Maple Syrup, and we wrapped at like midnight for me in Los Angeles. So it was like 3 a.m. back in like Florida, and there was some silly joke about a purple worm that was wearing like cargo shorts, and like it was hilarious. And I just like messaged Patrick, I'm like, hey. He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, you're up. He's like, yeah. I'm like, draw this, and like within seconds he had it up, and like it was amazing. So check out this grater because it's amazing too.
All right. So the next prize we have one of the 2 bracelets from Made with Intent, and that one is Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jimothy the Dimothy.
Sorry.
Yay,
It's
Jim.
Jimison.
Jimison the
Jimison.
Dimison.
Awesome. All right. And the second winner of one is Vertrox.
Hey,
Yay.
Now, Vertrox sounds like a BBEG. if I ever heard.
My name is Verdrox.
I'm here to free Cronsbury from your evil plight, Lord Richter.
Hey, you come to me, Lord
fist
Richter.
waving is important.
You come to me, Lord Richter.
That voice.
Lexington,
my
how dare you?
Luna, I'm just gonna
Timothy
keep apologizing.
All right.
Us Yankees over here.
So the next one is the Kabooter Games Spears and Spells supplement. This is for a hard copy and a digital copy. And that
Kabooter.
one is Robbie.
Hey! Wasawabi. It's Wasawabi.
Wasawabi. Very wise.
Yay, Robbie. Oh my God.
Very,
Congrats,
very
Robbie.
wise.
Very wise.
Okay, I'm gonna call a DM moment here. From afar, boys, shut the hell up. We're trying to get this thing done.
All right. So the next
That
one
is
is
so
for
fancy.
the Disaster Hamsters Plot Hook supplement. That one is PDoug01 or PDudge. I'm assuming it's PDoug. So if you're still here, please speak up in chat. Woohoo!
No one.
Any takers? Anyone? Bueller?
Hey!
Yay!
All right.
P-Dudge.
Go,
P-Dudge, we got him. P-Dudge. P-Dudge.
All right.
What did I say?
Okay. And the next giveaway item is for it is going out, it's coming out tomorrow, so I can't send it to you until then. However, it is a brand new supplement that is coming out on the DMs Guild tomorrow called Villagers. It is a supplement that is all NPCs who have a dark evil secret that you can incorporate into any of your D&D games. They come with all their own stat blocks and everything. They come with plot hooks written in and everything. So you can try them out and see what you think. And we have everything from a CR rating 1/2 all the way up to a CR 18. So
Dang, that person lifts.
I'm not going
Hey,
to tell you who they are, but I
work
wrote them.
Hell yeah, Luna.
Got several large muscles on my arms.
yeah,
that I
just
can
a
No,
few.
it's always a little old lady. They're the ones
Yeah.
no one suspects.
This one is not a little old lady. The other one I wrote is, though. All right, so the Villagers winner is...
That's what you
Ray.
I will take it. I will.
Yes.
I would have been altruistic,
Comment
but I
in the chat.
really
In
want
the
that.
chat.
yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
Ray-
say something
is
in
Ray
chat.
here?
Mike.
Oh
Is
no!
Ray
Oh
here?
no!
Oh, no!
Going once,
React to the
going
chat.
twice,
React to the
sold.
chat. Go
I'm not
again.
seeing any Rayhem
Oh
here.
no!
Ray-
I hope they
Oh,
There they
yeah,
are.
she's here.
that was
Oh,
close. That was a close one.
That was a close
Whoever
one.
RaeMayhem is, they weren't paying attention.
I know,
Oh
right?
man. Also, Luna, I thought you've been mispronouncing villagers this whole time. Like,
Nope.
why is she adding that?
It's
N in
actually
there?
called Villagers.
And then I was like,
VILL.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness, it makes so much sense.
Yep, it's what it's
And here
called.
I am being the idiot myself.
Here I'm the village idiot.
Here I am, the fool in the conversation.
village idiot.
All right, we have 2 more to draw. So the next one is something
This is very exciting to me.
from
I love Ray.
Punkle Nix. And that one goes to Winter is Coming.
Hey, winter.
Netted stock.
On his
something-
way, Santa's coming around on his sleigh.
There's Winter. Yay!
Oh, there it is.
Hi.
Winter is here.
Hi.
Oh, guess we're all
Hi.
dead. All right.
Hi.
And the
Winter
last
has-
one, the most valuable prize of all, David
Oh,
Tilstra's
it's
voice as your outgoing message.
Still sit tones.
I hope I win this.
I would love
That'd be great. It'd be great if it was Andy.
Yeah.
It was Andy.
Woo! I was saying that.
Oh my.
This is gonna be the
That
best.
is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's a David. That's amazing. Hello, this
I-
is Andy Tilstra's phone. You may be wondering, is this Andy Tilstra? No.
No,
It's
it
his
is
brother
not.
David. Are
This
you
is-
confused?
His
So
older brother, younger
whoa.
brother.
No.
This is excellent. This is
That's-
quite excellent.
You got to say something in
gotta
the
be in
chat,
the
though, Andy.
Oh man!
You got to speak up in chat.
He still needs to
I
respond
am
in chat.
here.
Oh, there he is.
I really
That
want.
he's here, I was worried.
Ooh.
What you guys need to do next time you go for a family reunion is after you've sent it up, you get your parents to phone and any relatives to just phone him and record the
True.
reaction.
Oh
of them
my
going,
god.
You know,
I could just do it like my actual voicemail. It's like, hey, this is David Tilstra. If you're looking for me, blah blah blah.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness!
this is David Tilstra. If you're looking for Andy Tilstra, though, please contact me at my number, and I'll be able to call him and tell him to call you back.
And if you
I
don't
this
go
whole
for
thing
all that
sorted out.
rigmarole, if you don't want
I
to
am-
go for
I
the
am-
rigmarole, go fork yourself.
I should. Let's be real. I probably should let someone else win that because I literally talk to this man every single day. So.
I'm gonna say,
Ooh.
Andy, do you want to trade? I will trade these you. Like,
Oh, that's an interesting offer. We can let's let it back up to the chat. I feel like
All right.
What he's saying is he doesn't want to have the constant reminder of his own stupidity.
what I'm
Just
saying
have,
is I don't value David's time.
You shouldn't.
value
It's
it.
very expensive.
You're just afraid of the
Christ.
payback, Lord Richter.
Lord Richter. Yes.
So I'm drawing another giveaway for that one. Is that what you're telling me, Andy?
Yeah, unless Nick wants to trade the cookies for David's.
Oh.
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 I don't
This is-
know if
this is
Hillary
how-
is going to.
Is it, what is this
let
white
him.
elephant?
This suddenly just
Yeah.
became a white elephant
it
gift. Yeah.
just became white elephant.
I
Yeah,
don't think
just let
Hillary's
me
going to
draw
let
it.
Nick trade the cookies.
No,
Yeah, see?
Nope.
I'm sorry. All right, yeah, just redraw it because I'll still get it though. Hey,
Not me.
Mr. M.
It went to
Whoa,
Luke.
Luke,
Mr. M.
Luke, my friend, I will do my best British accent for you, just to make
Ooh.
all your friends cringe as soon as they.
Lay it on way
Problem
too
is,
hard though.
No one phones me. I get spam calls. That's it.
All the more
Oh.
reason for it to be
Hey,
David's voice.
If you want me to
Yeah.
mess with those spam callers, like, hey,
I mean,
Don Carlone, or I don't even know what voice that was.
Don Carlone. You could really fuck with them, you know?
It's me. It's me, Lord Richter.
Alright.
Number one best Italian.
This drawing is not rigged at all. It's
I
not.
swear it's not. I swear.
I'm so happy that because I was thinking, I was like, if I win David's, that's gonna be the best
It's gonna be very
situation.
funny.
'cause this is
that
very,
was so
very
funny.
what I want the least.
All
heart-
right.
My
Well,
heart, little brother.
I'm sorry.
if you want a giveaway item tonight, please reach out to either me or Ray, and we will make sure that those get to the appropriate people. And if you don't know how to reach us, you can find us both in the Shared Experience Discord. That's probably the best way to find us. Or you could also send us each a whisper here on Twitch or.
Ooh, that sounded sexy.
I
Send me a
know.
list.
Or I would say Discord or Twitch or Twitter. You can find us both on Twitter also. Ray is at RaeMayhem. I am at GamerMomLuna. We made it really tricky for you guys. I know. This has been Tales from the Tavern. We are going to go around real quick and just have everybody. I will whisper to all of you. No one needs to go without. Thanks, Lord Richter.
Yes.
No.
We're going to go around one more time. Just have everyone remind us of where we can find you on the interwebs, and we will then say goodnight. So we're going to go in the reverse order of when we started. So Andy, we're going to start with you this time.
Hello, I'm Andy Tilstra.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And you can find me at Twitter at Gleetaro. and I also run the From Afar podcast Twitter. So if you at the From Afar podcast, you'll probably get me. This has been a pleasure. I've been so happy. This has been hilarious. And I will be getting a David voicemail. I just knew I could get it for free.
Well, thank you, Andy, for coming and hanging out. It's been a pleasure getting to have you back on. Rae.
Hello, I am RaeMayhem. You can find me here on Shared Experience Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Ripples in the Gray, which is our Flight of Fantasy, Edge of the Empire, Star Wars TTRPG game, all those letters. And you can find me on Twitter at RaeMayhem. And if you are into minis, check out my Twitter because I paint a lot of those as well.
And she's
They're
really
very
good at
good.
it, too.
Very good.
Great.
Yep. Well, Rae, I always love when I get to hang out with you, so thanks for partying with me tonight.
This is great. I had so much fun.
This was fun. David.
Alrighty. First of all, happy birthday to everyone in chat. Early, late, current. I also
Happy birthday to everyone in chat.
Everyone.
Happy birthday.
Everyone in chat. No, to all you and the other panelists, members, cast. I don't know what we're calling ourselves.
Panelists.
Cheese
Well, here's my
enthusiasts.
thoughts on
Cheesemongers.
Cheesemongers. My name is David Tilstra. You can find me over at Twitter at David Tilstra. I am the Dungeon Master for From Afar Podcast, which you can find on Twitter and everywhere at From Afar Podcast. We're sort of taking a little break right now. We're trying to restructure a few things, get a few things back on the rails. So hang in there. We'll be back at some point.
It's good. It'll give me time to catch up.
Yeah, this is perfect time to catch up. But yeah, thank you so much, Luna and everyone else here. This has been a blast. I've needed this in my life, and I love you all dearly. Thank you so much. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. I do not love Andrew.
But I'm still loved.
That's so sad. But that's okay. We still love you, Andy.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Luke.
Yes, I'm Luke Pickles. You can find me on Twitter at LukeMPickles. You can also find me on the Eat Crit and Survive Twitter at Eat Crit Survive. Also on Instagram where we talk about board games and stuff. I'm Dungeon Master for Eat Crit and Survive. You can find us on Twitch, which I did not say earlier on. You can find us on Twitch at 7 p.m. British summertime currently, or GMT, depending on when the clocks move around. We do that stuff. Most Fridays we're taking a couple of weeks off just because birthday stuff and things are happening, so we're just having a bit of time off. But we'll be getting back into it. Level 17, getting to the end of the campaign, very heavily Greek god and Norse god inspired, leading up to the final climax before we started in a whole new world at some point in the not too distant future, which I'm very excited to get into. So if you want to come find us, you can find us out there, Eat Crit Survive. We also have it on YouTube where you can watch it on demand if you want to. So come check us out.
Awesome.
And this was awesome. This was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for sharing my birthday with me.
And thank you for staying up super late so we could party with you.
Yeah.
It's 3 a.m. and I don't have work tomorrow. It's great.
Heck yes.
Lovely.
I have a week off and the next Monday is a bank holidays already.
Hell yeah. That's slow back sipper. All right. I guess that's a me. It's a me. It's a me. Christian Spinella. I play Kippa on From Afar Podcast, do our sound design, editing. You can find me as a guest at Lord Richter's Palace for the summer. I've been invited. But you can just find me at just the From Afar stuff is you don't need to find me specifically. You please don't.
Is that a challenge?
Yes. Good luck. Try and find me. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for having us. First of all, wow.
Note to self: do not put the From Afar Podcast boys in the same room ever again.
It's too much. Too powerful.
It's too powerful. No, this has been a blast. Thank you all so much for coming to hang out. Thank you to everybody who had an August birthday and was willing to celebrate it with us tonight. And as David said, happy birthday to everybody, whether your birthday was today or yesterday or tomorrow or sometime during the last or upcoming year. So we just like an excuse to party here. So
You remembered. Wow.
yeah, I did.
Wow.
We're going to pay a visit to a channel. It's not one that I am super familiar with, but it was recommended to me. So they are called Defenders of Kobold. And yeah, they're playing some D&D, so we're gonna drop a raid over there. I am Gamer Mom Luna. This has been Tales from the Tavern. We're here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We will not be here the weekend of Labor Day weekend, so September 5th, I believe, is the date. We will not be live that night because of the holiday on Monday. Makes it very hard to schedule guests. So, so we won't be here then. We have, as Ray said, we have our Fantasy Flight Star Wars Edge of the Empire game on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we have our Pathfinder First Edition campaign on Wednesdays, also at 8 p.m. Eastern. Both lots of fun shows. I highly recommend you check them out. And we will see you all next Sunday night. So have a great evening.
Bye.
Stay cheesy, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Everybody stay
Stay
cheesy.
Cheesy.
Stay cheesy.
Stay cheesy.
Stay cheesy.
Stay cheesy,
Cronsberry.
everybody.
I need the cheese, Crons.
Camembert. I need the camembert. Are we gone?
We've been gone for a while.
No, it's like
Okay.
10 minutes of this.
Very
Hopefully
good,
end of
very
it. That's
good.
the closing credits.
Very, very good.
No, I just let it run so that I can like get all kinds of fun sound clips and stuff of you guys at the end. So
Love it.
Fades to black over the cheese dog.